I'm going to go through how to present the rule of 72. So I just start by saying, look, the rule of 72 is an old banking principle. It's been around about 200 years. A lot of people think Einstein invented it. He didn't. He endorsed it and he called it the eighth wonder of the world. And what banks used to use it for was to calculate how much money they made out of other people's money. And it's calculated by dividing different interest rates. So we use the examples 3, 6 and 12% into this magic number 72, and it tells you how many years it takes for money to double at any given interest rate. And basically I then start using a pen on the actual thing, or a pointer to the screen, just running through the numbers. So I'm looking at the screen right now, and we're starting with 3%. So if you've got £10,000 in a bank account, and unbelievably they're giving you 3%, you divide 3 into 72, and that gives you 24. So every 24 years money is doubling, your £10,000 is doubling, and after 48 years it's therefore then doubled twice, and it's gone from 10 to 20 to £40,000. And you would think by doubling the interest rate from 3 to 6%, you'd double the return from 40 to £80,000, right? Well, actually money doesn't work like that, because if you divide 6 into 72, that's 12, because 12 times 6 is 72. So every 12 years your money's now doubling, and at the bottom, look, you can see it's actually quadrupled to 160,000. Isn't that interesting? Okay, and your client will go, yeah, that is. Well, okay, so what we've learned is that by doubling the interest rate from 3 to 6, we've doubled the return from 40,000 to, or quadrupled the return, sorry, from 40,000 to 160,000. So if we double the interest rate again from from 6 to 12%, what we've now got is we've got the thing compounding a lot faster, and you can see £160,000 has been achieved a lot quicker. And then I always ask the client this, I say, in your mind's eye, what do you think it will be at the bottom? Now if it's quadrupled, it'll be 320, 640,000 over that period of time if it's quadrupled. But what do you think is actually, in your mind's eye, do you think that's come? And then I press the button and I just say, I bet you didn't think 2.56 million, did you? And they'll go, wow, hopefully, if you've presented it properly. And then I go on to explain how banks make money. And the way banks make money is like this. They used to use this before they had calculators as a rule of thumb to work out how much money they made out of us. And it works like this. Let's say you've got £10,000 in a bank account, and you're getting, most people would get less than 1%, but to make the maths easier, let's just round it up and say you're getting 1% on your 10 grand. So you're getting your £100 a year interest on your savings. Now we know, you know, everyone knows that the banks will make more than 1% out of your money. And a lot of the money is moved from your account, your £10,000, into the bank's credit card division. So Barclays would move the money from your bank account with Barclays to Barclaycard, for example. And they would then lend it out at a lot more than 12%, wouldn't they? Yeah, around 25% is an average credit card rate after all the 0% have finished. So if you take 25% minus the 1%, that's 24. 24 into 72 is 3. So every 3 years your money is doubling, but it's not in your account. After 24 years you've reached 2.5 million, but it's not in your account. So the banks are keeping that 2.5 million for themselves, and they're giving you about £40,000 and keeping the difference for themselves. And when people realise that, and they're educated now on how compound interest works, they typically will think twice about borrowing money at stupid interest rates. They will then start realising that compound interest is a magical tool, and we can show them areas where they can get the rule of 72 working for their money. And frankly, there's only two places. One is the stock market. As long as you put money in on a monthly basis, you'll get something called pound cost averaging. And the second one is in property. Over a period of a decade or so, you should have the rule of 72 working for you, because you've got a lot of doubling periods. So that's how the rule of 72 works, folks. Go ahead and teach it to people. Watch this video as many times as you like, over and over and over and over again, so you've got it down pat, so that you're coming across very professional.